Okay, so what's up? Welcome back to our YouTube channel, everyone. So today is already January 15, no? So itong video na to is going to be just a very quick one kasi this is just going to be a summary. So in my screen right now, makikita nyo is itong chart. So this is my original chart. I recharted this like 4 days ago, last January 11. No? So anong ibig ko sabihin? Ito yan. No, so last January 11, meron akong live stream kung saan doon ko ni-chart yung original Bitcoin chart. And dito ko pinakita kung ano yung mga thoughts ko, no, sa mga pwede mangyari kay Bitcoin. So, kung gusto niyo panoorin ito, i-rewatch nyo dito sa ating Facebook page. That is one and only 1.1k followers. Ayan yun, nasa description box din yung link papunta sa website para makapunta kayo sa aking mga legit pages. Again, yung mga nandun lang, yung legit. Kung may mag-PM sa inyo or may makita kayong shared post that is not going to be real, no? So, punta kayo sa aking website and then follow all my pages, social media pages, no? So dito, sinabi natin that this could be Bitcoin's wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. So if meron na tayong 5 waves up, ang sunod nun with Elliott wave theory is going to be 3 waves down. So dito, may na-plot na tayo na 2 waves down. So meron na tayo ditong W, wave X, and then wave Y. So, ang missing wave natin is the wave Y. So, bakit siya potentially pwedeng ma-reject dito in terms of the technical analysis? Papansinin nyo, there is a bearish divergence dito. Diba? A bearish divergence, series of a high, high, higher high. Pero sa RSI and MACD is high, lower high, high, lower high. So, that is bearish divergence. Nagkaroon dito ng break of structure. And then dito nagre-retrace siya, and then dito may 1 week or weekly order block. So upon filling the order block, yan kung mapapansin nyo, na-fill siya, it looks like it is getting rejected kasi below the order block dun siya candle close nitong weekly. Okay? So tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari sa kanya, no? But again, if you're going to look at the fundamentals, no, pinakita ko rin to do sa live, panoorin nyo na lang para mas detailed. You can search ito, when was Bitcoin CME Futures approved? No, kailan daw siya na-approve? Sabi dito, it was approved, no, or na-launch noong December 18, 2017. No, kung babalikan natin yung sa chart, December 18, 2017, it was the top of this wave 1. So ito yon, ito yung candle na yon. This is the start. December 18, 2017, no? The first Monday after noong week na kung saan inapprove siya. So that is going to be one news. Tingnan nyo kung ano nangyari sa kanya. Boom, bigla siyang bumaba ng bonggang-bongga. No, nag-correct siya sa for wave 4. Nag-start yung correction pala ng wave 4. And then after that, no, ngayon pwede nating tingnan dito, this was a bearish close. Ito, candle na to was a bearish candle close. This one is also a bearish candle close. Is this going to be the start of the last wave or for the wave Y? Pwede, or for it to complete the wave 2. Kasi again, 5 waves up is the wave 1, and then the 3 waves down is going to be wave 2. Katulad ng pinakita ko kanina, di ba? So yan, wave 1 and then wave 2. So the last missing wave for wave 2 is the wave Y. So tingnan natin if magiging ito ba ay 535. Ito kasi ay 535. Tingnan niyo. 535 is I think zigzag, no? Pwede siyang W, X, Y, X, Z kasi complex siya. Pero pwede mo siyang gawing A, B, C, D, E, no? Pero para sa akin complex to. 5 waves down and then correct ulit ng tatlo, W, X, Y, and then pwede siya maging W, X, Y, X, Z. Pwedeng maging ganyan ulit, no? Pwedeng 5 waves down, no? So tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari sa kanya. But for me, the most probable scenario is for us to hit this or to hit this target unless nga ma-invalidate niya. So, paano niya ma-invalidate? Mag-invalidate lang ito if ever na gumawa ng panibagong all-time high si Bitcoin. So, habang hindi pa yan nangyayari, the most probable scenario or my target is going to be probably around the 4.4k area down to the 3.5k-ish area, somewhere there. No? Pero yung 0.236 natin, nasa 2.5. So, I doubt dadaan yan dyan. Pero again, may CME gap tayo hanggang sa 3.5k area. So, that is a very possible scenario. So, since nandito na rin lang tayo sa chart, puntahan na natin ang mabilis yung ating CME gap. Ito yung sinasabi natin na CME gap. Ito, hindi ko to napakita dun sa live or I think pinakita ko pero mabilis lang. ito siya ngayon. This is going to be the gap from the 3.5K area. Around here yan. Nandito yung gap na yan. Noong 2019, nangyari yung gap. So, kung gusto nyong puntahan, pwede. No, i-recheck nyo. So, I think that is going to be visible in the 4-hour time frame. No? So, tingnan nyo na lang. Marami pa tayong mga gap na hindi pa filled. Ito, meron pa rin dito. Around 39K-ish area. Dito, around 34. Around here, 29. Marami pa. Yung mga pulang yan, those are all CME gaps. No? So, yun lang siguro para mabilis matapos to. Again, kung gusto niyo ng mas detailed, punta kayo dito sa aking Facebook page. Ni-live ko to dito. No? So, i-replay nyo na lang. Last January 11, nandito yan. So, ayun lang everyone. So, if you guys are thinking or if the most newbies are thinking that yung approval ni ETF is going to be very, very bullish, it could be very bullish. But again, depende nga yun. No, kasi again, hindi naman porket may ETF is bibili yung mga investor. Again, ETFs can also be shorted. No? What if nagbenta yung mga investment firms, no? Tapos sinabayan nila na short, 'di ba? Mas masakit 'yon, no? So, yun lang. Again, that is just a simple and a cute reminder for us na again, na be careful who you believe in or who you watch out, no? So, yun lang. Yung mga bullish target sa susunod na lang kasi syempre, yun na yung mga pinapanood nyo, maiba naman, no? So, yun lang. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Huwag nyo kalimutan mag-like, comment, subscribe, at mag-comment kayo anong gusto nyong, kung may gusto kayo matutunan, kung may gusto kayong, or may gusto lang kayo masagot na tanong, comment dyan sa baba. Yun lang everyone. Maraming salamat. Bye-bye. Happy Monday. Let's go.